All right. I want to say Kal Halal Yamla, Abanawa Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakak Kadash, double honors to the apostles, Razaquanium of Great Millstone and well. Shalom to the sincere brethren, Akim out there across the four winds, the four corners of the globe, pushing the truth, the good news of Yahushai, proclaiming salvation to the elect of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and proclaiming the downfall of Esau, Edom, so-called white man and his wicked and evilest empire. Hey, so this is going to be a video breaking down Revelation the 17th chapter, man, which is an instrumental chapter in end time prophecy, man, dealing with Babylon the Great, the beast, NATO and EU, you know what I mean? So this is a very pivotal chapter in the book of Revelation concerning end times. So this is the book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 1. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, and I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Kind of when you go into that great whore, man, that's America, man, Babylon the Great, man. Because America commits what? Spiritual fornication with all of these heathen nations, man. All of these heathen nations, for the most part, accept what? American philosophies. Democracy, capitalism, the homosexual agenda. You know what I mean? The majority of these nations accept that, man, and do business with America, man. You know what I mean? If you want to be rich in this world, as a nation, as a country, you have to what? Do economic trade, economic deals with the great whore, which is America, man. Because America have what? The number one uh consumerism, man. You understand? Americans are consumeristic, man. America is the most consumeristic society that ever has been, man. The great whore, man. Come here, I will show thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. And waters represents what? The peoples of the earth, the nations of the earth. You understand? With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication. Come. Dealings. America does deals with every nation under the sun, man. And every nation under the sun can be found here in Babylon the Great, man. And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of our fornication. Come. So the wickedness permeates the whole earth, man. You know what I mean? So you have the homosexual agenda all over the earth, capitalism, so-called democracy. You understand? The American way of thinking, Americanization. All of these things have taken grasp upon the whole planet, man. Why? Because America has been given this dispensation to rule the earth, man, in the end times, man. Babylon the Great. Verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness. And you have to be spiritual to understand these prophecies, man. Understanding these breakdowns, you understand? You have to have a spiritual eyes, man, spiritual ears, man. You understand? Which most of the earth don't have, man. That's why most of the earth is in what? Darkness. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of the names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And that woman that sit upon that beast is America, man. And that beast is what? NATO and the EU, which America spearheads NATO and the EU, man. 7 heads and 10 horns, man. Those 7 heads is what? You have the Greeks, you have the Romans, you have the French, you have the Spanish, West Germany, East Germany, UK, the British, man. So that's 7 heads, man. And the 10 horns goes back into what? The original European Union, man. The original European common market nations, man. Certain nations such as Belgium, Luxembourg, so on and so forth. Denmark, you know what I mean? Them European nations, man. The European Union. Those 10 original members. You understand? Scarlet colored beast, man. Which America is what? Sitting upon it, man. Because America runs NATO and the EU, man. America is the number one funder of what? NATO and the EU, man. Full of blasphemy, lies, man. Because America propagates lies, man. The Western society propagates lies, man. Feminism, man. Women over men, man. Lies, man. You understand? Lies upon lies, man. Demonic, abnormal philosophies is pushed in Western society. And America, what? Spearheads Western society. Verse 4, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, because America is, quote unquote, royalty in this world, man. You know what I mean? And decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, because America is the richest nation on earth, man. Like I was saying, if you want to make money in this world, man, you have to do deals with America, man. You understand? You have to do deals with Babylon the Great, man. You understand? or else you're gonna be asked out, man. You're gonna be a third world upon third world country, man. You understand? So you see countries that don't accept the American philosophies, man. They what? They quote unquote poor, man. Places like Cuba, North Korea, even Iran catching hell, man. Without the backing of Russia and different nations, Iran will be fucking catching even more hell, man. You understand? Having a golden cup in a hand full of abominations and filthiness of our fornication. And all the filthy, wicked philosophies that this place pushes, man. That's why America must needs be destroyed. You understand? And it will be. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great. Can't. Because mystery, why is it a mystery? Because the majority of you people can't get it, man. The majority of you people don't see it. It's hidden in plain sight. You understand? America being Babylon the Great is hidden in plain sight. You understand? It's hidden in plain sight. America being Babylon the Great is hidden in plain sight, man. And you stupid Americans can't see it, man. It's plain as day, man. America fucking goes through the earth spreading have mad philosophies, a mad way of thinking. And that's what the scripture is plainly seeing here, man. You know what I mean? But hey, you people are dumb, man. You are stuck on dumb, man. So it's good, man. You're gonna be destroyed in your stupidity. And upon her forehead was the name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Because America is what? Most wicked, man. Most wicked, man. All type of abominations are done here, man. You name the wickedness is done in witchcraft, you know what I mean, idolatry. You name the wickedness, that it's done here, man. And I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahweh Shai. Because what? We were slaughtered here, man. The Native Americans, the Negroes were slaughtered here, man. The Latin tribes were slaughtered here, man. And continue to be, man. The saints are what? The Israelites. And the blood of the martyrs, that's coming too, man. That's coming too, man, because, hey, America gonna run down, the powers that be is gonna run down upon the prophets of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So in the book of Revelation, man, they tell you what, saw those who were martyred for Yahweh Shai, man, beheaded for the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So that's coming too, man. So we have to prepare our minds for that same way. You understand? And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration, because America is a quote unquote great nation, man. You like, damn, you look at New York, you look at LA, you look at Chicago, man, you look at Miami, you like, damn, man. Built up all type of damn tall buildings, man. All type of quote unquote prosperity. That's why every Jake wanna come here, man. All nations wanna come here, man. Those Jakes from the Northern Kingdom, the so-called West Indians and Haitians wanna come here, man. You know what I mean? These heathens, these Arabs, these Elamites, Moabites wanna come here. Everybody wanna come here, man. To what? Make money, to make a better life, prosperity. And the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carried her, which had 7 heads and 10 horns. So don't marvel at this poem, man. Don't get all caught up, man. We in this world, but we're not of this world, man. Because it's easy to get caught up in the glitz and the glamour of this form, man. You know what I mean? But through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, we don't get caught up in it, man. You understand? Because we understand, yo, quickly as she rise, quickly so shall she fall, man. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit. That beast represents what? NATO and the EU, which is based out of what? Europe, the bottomless pit, man. As Europe lack natural resources, man. You know what I mean? Europe is not a place where you can grow many fruits and vegetables and so forth, man. You know what I mean? It's not a fertile land. You know what I mean? And that's where the beast come out of, NATO and the EU. You know what I mean? And shall ascend of the bottomless pit and go into perdition, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder whose names were written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. Let me read that again. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition. So judgment is coming to the beast, man. Judgment is coming to Babylon the Great, man. And they shall dwell on the earth, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. So hey, the beast, you know what I mean? Because the beast system was also under the Roman Empire and that fell, but it was rejuvenated under NATO and the EU, spearheaded by America, but it's gonna fall again and go into perdition, man. and it's gonna get into that, man. You understand? And all these heathens, you're gonna marvel at the downfall of this place. You're gonna be like, wow, how did America fall just like that, man? The nations are gonna mourn, man, knowing that all their economics and commerce, you know what I mean, is done with, man. You know what I mean? When this place go up in flames, man, they're gonna realize like, damn, that's it, man. The world order of Esau is done, and the new world order of Yahweh Shai is here, man. And here is the mind which had wisdom. The seven heads are seven mountains on which the woman sitteth. Seven mountains, man, represent seven governments, man, which I named off, man. And you name it off again, the Greeks, the Romans, or you could say Greece, Rome, Spain, Greece, Rome, Spain, France, which is the French, the British, and then you have West Germany and East Germany. Those are the seven mountains, man, on which America is sitting, man. You know what I mean? Those are the seven main co-conspirators of NATO and the EU, man. Can the seven heads are seven mountains on which the woman sitteth, and there are seven kings. Five are fallen, and one is. Kind of five are fallen, man. At that time, the five are fallen would be what? The 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 Greeks, Spain, France. You know what I mean? Greek, Spain, France, West Germany, East Germany, man. You know what I mean? Or they go by their ancient names, man. Because all of those ancient landmasses had ancient empires, man. So at that time, those ancient peoples of those ancient landmasses that I just named out, those five were ruled and fallen, man. But when it says what? And there are seven kings, five are fallen and one is. And the one that is at that time was the Roman Empire, man. The Rome. That's who John was in captivity under, man. That's who the Israelites was in captivity under during the time of Yahweh Shai, during the time of the New Testament, the Romans. So that's the one that is. And the other is not yet come, is what? The British Empire. The Brits, man. You understand? And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth and is of the seventh kind, which goes into what? America, man. Because America is what? Of Britain, man. America come from the British Empire. America gained independence from the British Empire. So they quote unquote the eighth, you know what I mean? And going into perdition, man. America is gonna go into perdition, man. You know what I mean? And let me get that proven that America is that eighth, man. Because America come out of what? The British Empire. You understand? And that's common US history. If you paid attention in history class, US history class, America is a spawn of Britain. You understand? Common US history. You know what I mean? But we know a lot of you jakes flunked out of school, man. That's why you can't get it, man. Hey, this is the book of Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 11. 50 verse 12, Salakia. Your mother shall be so confounded. Con, this is speaking about America, man. This is speaking about Britain in relation to America, man. Because Britain is the forebearer, as the mother of America, man. She that bear you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Con. So Britain is going to be so ashamed, man. I guess what? Britain is going to be a part of those nations, you know what I mean, which Revelation the 17th chapter is going to get into, to part of those NATO nations to turn on America, man. You know what I mean? Because America is really backstabbing all these NATO nations, man. You know what I mean? Spying on them, using them as you know what I mean, frontmen to carry out their own agenda for their own gain. So guess what? Hey, Britain is going to turn upon America, man, which is the mother of this harlot, man. And he's going to burn her with fire, man. And America is going to be a wilderness, man. So back in the book of Revelation, chapter 17. Hey, man, Revelation 17 chapter is a bad chapter, man. Hey, it tells you everything you need to know about the who run the world, man. You know what I mean? The nations that run the world at the end times. This is the book of Revelation chapter 17, verse 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. As these 10 horns, man, these 10 kings, 10 nations, man, they're not as powerful and don't hold as much sway as the 7 heads, man. Guess what? They still have some power, man. Nations like Belgium, Luxembourg, so on and so forth, man. The 10 original nations of the European Common Market, same way, man. The European Union, man. You know what I mean? Which when you go into that is going to the Treaty of Rome, man. And one of the elder brothers here break down after camp one time how one of the top heads during that Treaty of Rome, the establishment of NATO and the EU, he said, yo, we are revitalizing the Roman Empire, man. We are revitalizing the Roman Empire. You understand? That's what he said. And this is it right here. This is book of Revelation chapter 13, verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as they were wounded to death, kind of as Rome, man, as Rome fell. And his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. Kind of wound was healed. Well, what? The establishment of America, the establishment of NATO and the EU, man. The coming together of NATO and the EU and America spearheading it, man. The Treaty of Rome, man. And everybody marveled at what? NATO and the EU, America, man. All nations are scared of NATO and the EU. Even Russia, to a point, is scared of NATO and the EU. China is scared of NATO and the EU, man. And they hold a power force that can be unmatched, man. You understand? And when you go into the American system, they deal with Roman numerals, man. The judicial system is based on what? Roman law, man. Why? Because America is what? The rebirth of the Roman Empire. You understand? That deadly wound being healed. Back in the book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 13. And these have one mind, I shall give their power and strength unto the beast. And so all of them is co-conspirators, man. NATO and the EU, all the nations of NATO and the EU and America, man. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is the Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful God. So these nations are going to make war against Yahweh's second return, man. And they're going to be utterly wasted. And it's going to be a beautiful thing to see. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples, kind like I said earlier. Peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues, kind. Because America ruled over the entire earth, man. Superpower. That's why America has that superpower status. You understand? And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. Kind of 10 horns, man. You know what I mean? Some of the nations, because some of the 7 heads, if I'm not mistaken, is part of that 10 horns too, man. You know what I mean? And they're gonna what? Burn her with fire, man. So all these different nuclear capable nations of NATO and the EU, they're going to turn upon Babylon, man, because they're going to hate her for what? Dragging them into their perdition, man, dragging them into their own destruction. You understand? I shall burn her with fire, man. Hey, that's going to be a beautiful thing to see the Egyptians against the Egyptians, man. You understand? Verse 17, for the Most High Yahweh had put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. Come. So this thing is fulfilling, man. NATO and the EU coming up against Russia, China, and these different nations is fulfilling prophecy. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth, that great city of America, Babylon the Great, man. I mean, there it is, plain and simple, man. Plain and simple. And if you have ears to hear, you will understand that breakdown, that Revelation 17 breakdown, man. You have to be spiritual, man. Understand and do research, man. I filter everything to the scriptures, you know what I mean, and through the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shai, who have set up the apostles and dung to give us these breakdowns, man. So what are Yahweh Shemi Shai for that? Hey, so with that, when I say call halal yamla, Abanawai, Yahweh Shemi Shai Bashim Harakakadash, double honors to the apostles, elders of great mercy and well, and shalom to the elect about the ball.